Can we do a roll call, please?
Absolutely. Chair Bluth,
Here.
Vice Chair Hunter,
Present.
Committee Member Carter. I'm told she will be late. Committee Member Ostavar,
Here.
Committee Member Polly. Looks like Committee Member Polly's absent. Committee Member Schmidt
Here.
and Committee Member Tregenza.
Here.
Okay,
Okay, let's open the consent agenda. It looks like we only have the meeting notes from October 6th. If there's anybody that has a question on the consent agenda, you can put that forward. Arika, could you pass on how people can contact us?
sure. I'd also like to announce the staff members present, which are Principal Planner Roveri, Associate Planner Sabdo, and myself, Administrative Assistant Barrera. Members of the public are encouraged to join our meetings via Zoom Gov, a secure service that connects you live with no lag time. This meeting is also streamed live on youtube.com/City of Monterey. There is a 10-second delay, and Comcast channel 25. If you would like to provide public comment, please join the meeting using Zoom or by telephone, making sure to join in time to accommodate delays. To join the Zoom meeting from a computer or phone, use the link or phone numbers on the agenda posted at isearchmonterey.org. Since this meeting has started, you'll find the agenda under the Recent tab. To join by telephone, dial 833-568-8864. Then enter the webinar ID. Today's webinar ID is 161-914-9563. If prompted for a participant ID, press pound. Detailed instructions for using Zoom are available at monterey.org/public meetings. To provide public comment via Zoom, please use the raise your hand function at the bottom of your screen. To provide public comments by phone, dial *9 to raise your hand, then *6 to unmute when called upon. Public commenters will be announced using their last 3 phone number digits or the name typed into Zoom. Public commenters will be muted until it's their turn to speak. Please turn off TV or computer speakers or go to another room while connected, as background noise interferes with the broadcast. Public speakers will be called upon in order of hands raised. There is a 3-minute time limit for today's meeting. Please stay within that limit.
Great, thank you. So I don't see anyone on screen or here that has a comment on the agenda. Do anyone want to make a motion for approving the notes?
This is Patrick. I'll move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second it.
Great. I'll be recusing myself because I didn't participate in that meeting, but could you please do a roll call vote for that?
Sure. Okay, so Chair Bluth is recused. Vice Chair Hunter,
Aye.
Committee Member Carter, looks like she's still absent. Committee Member Ostavar,
I think I was also absent for that meeting.
okay. And Committee Member Polly is also absent.
I'm here.
Sorry, Member Polly.
Yes. Was I absent for the meeting on which we're voting for the minutes? I can't actually recall at this point. Does it show me as there?
I'm not sure. Have to go back and look.
Well, I'll vote yay to approve the minutes.
Okay. So that was I'm sorry, was that a yes or a no?
Yes, yes.
Committee Member Schmidt
Aye.
and Committee Member Tregenza.
Aye.
Okay. So this motion's been approved with a vote of 4.
Fantastic. We can move on. Do we have any comments in the public or from the community members about issues not on the consent agenda?
I don't see any hands raised via Zoom. And there are no hands raised in the chambers.
Okay, then seeing none, we can move on. Let's move to the first public appearance item, which is consider 157 Mar Vista Drive, application APR 210115 for preliminary and final architectural review of a first story and second story addition and exterior alterations to an existing two-story single family dwelling. Does staff have a presentation?
Yes, thank you. My name is Christy Sabdo with the City of Associate Planner with the City of Monterey. So the application is 157 Mar Vista Drive, the consideration of a first and second story addition to an existing two-story single-family dwelling. The property is zoned R110. The general plan designation is low-density residential. It's located in the Monterey Vista neighborhood. And you'll see it's mainly surrounded by other residential properties, and it's also across the street from Elks Lodge. Just a closer aerial photograph showing the property and the proposed addition at the rear of the property. So here are some photos of the property, the front elevation along Mar Vista Drive, the side or southeast elevation. And then also it shows part of the rear of the property with the story poles. So here's the rear elevation looking at the proposed addition, and they are going to remove part of that balcony there in order to add the addition. This picture is looking, so the one on the left is looking at the other side of the property. You could kind of, through the trees, see the residence. And then looking towards the back end of the property slopes up a little bit, and you can see the residence at the neighboring residence at the rear of the property. And then just some other pictures at the rear looking at the addition. And then you can see how wooded the property is, and this is looking at this towards the southwest on the side. So let's see, let me move this. Sorry. Okay. The applicant proposes to construct a first and second story addition and exterior alterations to an existing two-story single-family dwelling. Second story additions to single-family homes require ARC review. So the proposal is a 1,307 square foot addition, which includes a 562 square foot first story addition and a 745 square foot second story addition in the location highlighted on the screen, which is at the rear of the property. So here's the first floor demolition plan. There are some walls, the walls at the rear of the property that will be removed in addition to that bay window, see. And then on the second floor, they're going to demolish part of that second story balcony that's highlighted here in order to make room for the second story addition. And here's the first floor floor plan, adding a couple bedrooms and a bathroom. And then the second story here with a master bedroom and a closet. And the roof plan will overall match that of the single family residence with just a change in the roof pitch at the edge. Here is the proposed elevations, kind of showing you both the existing and the proposed, and I've circled where the addition is. So if you're standing at on Mar Vista, you're looking towards the property, you'll just be able to see a little bit of that rear addition there, which is actually in white nut. The areas that are shaded are existing on the proposed elevation, and anything that's white is proposed. So here's the southwest or side elevation showing the addition. And then you'll notice on this northwest, which is another side elevation, there are no windows proposed for the new addition. And then here's the rear elevation. So you'll see the bay window and the arch are going to, well, the bay window is going to be removed. And then the windows are somewhat in the same location in terms of the existing and the proposed. There's going to be one kind of new window location. The project is consistent with the zoning ordinance. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. The architectural review findings. The proposed siding, form, and mass and architectural style are appropriate and that they are of single-family residential character. The proposed project will not unreasonably impair the views, privacy, or living environment currently enjoyed by other properties in the vicinity. The new addition will predominantly be located along the northwest or rear elevation. The rear elevation would include 5 windows where the existing house has 4. However, most of the new windows have a similar arrangement and placement as the existing rear elevation. The new windows would not impact the privacy of neighbors. The neighbor to the rear is over 100 feet away from the addition, and the rear of the subject property includes trees that provide additional privacy. The proposed southeast side elevation has 1 additional sliding glass door that would exit to the balcony. There are no privacy impacts anticipated at 155 Mar Vista Drive, and we haven't received any letters. There are no new windows proposed along the northwest elevation and northeast elevation. There would be no view impacts as the proposed addition sits lower in elevation than the surrounding properties. And again, no comments have been received in objection of this proposal. The project is consistent with the low-density residential land use designation and that the remodel and addition would be of single-family residential character. The Monterey Vista neighborhood does not have specific adopted design guidelines. The residential addition would have an asphalt composite shingle roofing, stucco siding, new aluminum clad windows and doors to match the existing residence. The finishes are appropriate and that they complement the architectural style and are of single-family residential character. Staff recommends approval of the first and second story addition and exterior alterations. Staff is available for questions and the applicant is here with us today, Romina.
Great. Thanks, Christy.
Sure.
Does anybody on the committee have any questions for Christy?
I just want to let you know, Chair Bluth, that I showed up.
Oh, great. Thanks for letting us know, Zoe. Glad to have you. Would the applicant like to make a presentation? Thank you for the opportunity to see for your wonderful job describing everything and showing that it's.
We can't hear her on Zoom.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's a
Oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't see the light. So I just said thank you for the opportunity to be here, but I think Christy gave all the details that are needed. And if you have any questions for me, I'll be happy to answer.
Thank you. Does anybody on the committee have any questions for the applicant? Okay, seeing none, should we go to public comment? Hope you're coming back.
No, sorry, I just want to.
Oh, okay, no
Thank you.
worries. Would you make another announcement, Marika, passing on how people might be able to get in touch?
Sure. Once again, to remind the public to join the Zoom meeting from a computer or phone, use the link or phone numbers on the agenda posted at isearchmonterey.org. To join by telephone, dial 833-568-8864, then enter the webinar ID. Today's webinar ID is 161-914-9563. To provide public comment via Zoom, please use the raise your hand function at the bottom of your screen. To provide comments by phone, dial *9 to raise your hand, then *6 to unmute when called upon. Public commenters will be announced using their last 3 phone number digits or the name typed into Zoom. I currently see no hands raised via Zoom.
Okay, thanks, Marika. I will close public comment now. If anybody comes on, we can listen to their comment when that happens. Why don't we open to committee comments? Does anyone have a comment on the proposed plans?
I think it seems like, this is Justin, I think it seems like a pretty benign addition. Most of the work is in the back, not highly visible from the street, seems to maintain the existing height of the building and no complaints from neighbors. I don't see a problem approving this project.
I completely agree with Justin. Looks like a nice straightforward addition. Well, then why don't we move to get a motion? Do we have somebody who would like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the first and second story addition. I don't have the permit number, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I can read it off. Again, it's consider 157 Del Mar or Mar Vista Drive, application ARP 210015 for preliminary and final architectural review of first story and second story addition and exterior alterations to an existing two-story family dwelling. So do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Great. So Zoe and Hunter have given us that. Do you want to do a roll call for us? Eureka?
Absolutely. Chair Bluth,
Aye.
Vice Chair Hunter,
Aye.
Committee Member Carter,
Aye.
Committee Member Ostavar,
Aye.
Committee Member Polly,
Aye.
Committee Member Schmidt,
Aye.
Committee Member Tregenza.
Aye.
Great. This motion carries with a vote of 7. The decision is appealable to the City Council within 10 days. Applications are available online and can be submitted to the planning office.
Outstanding. Well, congratulations. I hope your addition goes really well. You're very welcome. So any staff reports?
Sure. My name is Fernanda Roveri, Principal Planner, and we had some recent meetings, like the City Council meeting from November 2nd, where we passed some ordinances. There was a new Mills Act application at 580 Calle Principal that passed. And then we had our Planning Commission meeting from November 9th. There was an appeal approved for 456 Foam Street, which removed the property from the reconnaissance survey. Another appeal for 999 Belden, that also removed the property from the reconnaissance survey. A massage establishment approval. And other items. Recommendation to amend the downtown and lighthouse specific plans to allow ground floor residential uses in certain situations. And that is going to City Council for a City Council approval. And the tentative agenda for the next ARC meeting is 3001 Monterey Salinas Highway. It's a proposed pavilion for Calvary Chapel over by Highway 68. And it's tentative, so we're looking at it right now. But we'll know one way or another this Friday.
Great. Thanks, Fernanda. So I think we're done. I'll adjourn the meeting at 4:19. Thank you, everybody.
Good job.